everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background, and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about the attention span of the 4 main MBTI personality types. I think that most of us have known that depending on the person that we talk to, they are interested in different topics at different depths. So let's see if we look at the sensor judgers. The sensor judgers are the type of people who are practical. So they like to have data that they can count on, and they are basically the type of people who like to think about the past. So they like to hold on to information and see a pattern so that they can predict what could happen in the future. So these are people who are good at administrative work, so they can sit for many hours, in terms of looking at spreadsheets. They're good at remembering minute data, so these are people who probably are good as accountants. So I would say that when you are speaking to a sensor judger, you want to make sure that you're not talking about hypothetical information, or even in terms of abstract thought. They're not interested in that. So they like something that they can measure, that is concrete. That's when you can hold on to their attention. When it comes to the sensor perceivers, they are the ones who are the opposite of the sensor judgers. So in the sense that these are people who like to keep information to the basics. So they just want enough information so they know what to do next. So because they're about action in the moment. So if you're talking to sensor perceiver, the worst thing you can be is boring. These are the type of people that probably will not be good at doing their income tax return, and they don't like that. So they usually have the shortest attention span of all the personality types. And specifically, if a person is a sensor perceiver and is a mask energy, like when it comes to the sensor perceivers, the personality type that has the shortest attention span is probably the ESTP, because they are very much about action in the moment. They don't like to be bored. So when it comes to when talking to a sensor perceiver, these are the type of individuals who need to be entertained to have their attention for any length of time. When it comes to intuitive thinkers, they're very much about abstract thought. When it comes about math and science, they're interested about possibilities for the future. So they are bored by anything that is mundane. So they don't want you to talk about accounting or the weather or something that is just entertaining. So they don't actually want to just talk about something that they can easily measure or see with their 5 senses in the present. They're about possibilities for the future. So that's how you can actually maintain the attention of a person who is an intuitive thinker. It is to stimulate their intellect and stimulate their imagination about what could be in the future. By contrast, when you talk to someone who's an intuitive feeler, they are very much about abstract thought, but it has to do with the future again, but it has to do with the human condition. So these are people who like to brainstorm. They like to talk about emotions, feelings, spirituality. All these topics tend to hold their attention for much longer. If you talk about something that is very mundane, like paying the bills, or even something that even if I'm talking about entertainment, is that they just don't want to be just entertained. They want to see how whatever they're saying or doing is in line with meaning and spirituality. So to summarize, sensor judgers are the type to have a long attention when it comes to minute data. So they are good accounts, they're good bookkeepers. These are people who have no problem sitting and doing spreadsheets for many hours because they like to be organized, and they use data to be able to have a sense of control over their futures. They want to be able to see a pattern so that they're better prepared for what could happen. When it comes to the sensor perceivers, these are people who are the entertainers. So they have the shortest attention span of the 4 main personality types, and also the people who like humor. They like things that can catch the eye. They like minimum amount of data, just enough so that they know what they're going to do next. When it comes to the intuitive thinkers. They are about abstract thought and about the future. They are focused mostly on knowledge of it, so it has to do with math, science, but things are exciting. So if, let's say, they can easily see it with their five senses and it's already done here and now, they are often bored. So they like to be intellectually challenged. When it comes to the intuitive feelers, they're the theme of their lives about spirituality and meaning, so they are focused on the human element. So they like to talk about emotions, feelings, relationships, and that's how you can hold that tension for a long period of time. So I trust that this information was interesting, maybe a bit eye-opening. Let me know what you thought about this video by commenting below. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.